And we are live here in Cambridge, Massachusetts, home of the Internet, capital city of the Internet, where every little move we make is about the Internet. This is Dr. Lant. I've been running this program now for so many years. I was just thinking, by the way, how long it has been since the Live Business Center has existed. It was December 16th, 2006, when George Koch told me to get prepared for this thing called the Live Business Center. So for 8 years, we have been the bee's knees of the Internet, telling it like it is. For the 81 people looking in the window, you haven't been listening to us. And look at what you've done. We're going to be poking the fickle finger of fate if you've shared during this program. I am the CEO, the co-founder, and the head of the scholarship committee. One of the great things we have going for us is because of the great year that we've had, a great series of years and hundreds. And we're giving every single person in this room who doesn't have a scholarship worth $2,000. And I'm here with Chris Nittis from Cornwall, the WAG of Cornwall. What have you got to say for yourself today, WAG?
Well, not a great deal. It's just same old, same old.
He cleans his again. So we're forced to listen. So he's got his moves down pat. Do you know it's been so long? Do you know it's been 8 years since we've had this facility trying to help people worldwide?
I know it was over 7 years when I first started monitoring, so...
You were one of the early birds. Let me tell you one story before Chris reads the story. George Koch called me 20 minutes to the hour if he wanted to start the program. I had no webcam, no headset. My technical skills were at the lowest of the low at any given day. I ran down to Radio Shack in Harvard Square, ran back, and to my complete amazement, I actually did it right. I actually got it to work. I don't even wish I would have that. Those guys are looking at me. We went public with a few seconds to spare, and George was on playing golf in Yucatan, and he would tell me when you can't figure out something, send me an email, and I would work on it. While he was waiting to tee off, he would be working on problems with everything. And he'd tee off, and he's tracking for a little while, and he'd pop up to the next green. I would let him be screaming, "George! They're all over me!" He'd invent some device. In the early days, everyone could talk to everyone. Can you know what a Z that was? Let us never go back.
No.
So.
No, I don't think so.
Here, we have been in the spot for over 20 years, and over just come up to 8 years, almost to the day of the Live Business Center. In the process, we earned a great deal of money, which we have also spent. We learned to live a good life, and we encourage you to do the same thing. In the event, there are 77 people looking in the window. We have a scholarship of $2,500 for each and every one of you. We're going to read that scholarship in a short order. Let's start with a Christmas article. I've written over 75 Christmas articles, one way or another. This is going to read us all about. Well, we'll soon see. One of the great things about our members are allowed to use all these articles for free in their blogs and on their websites and that. Why don't you read to us?
Okay, here we go. Oh, little town. Christmas comes to Cambridge, Massachusetts. December 25th, 2011, 12:54 a.m. 20 degrees Fahrenheit, winds west-northwest, 8 miles an hour. We've got an echo coming from somewhere, but by Dr. Jeffrey Lant. Before I left on my Christmas boat at not quite 1 a.m. Eastern today, I turned on every light in my brilliantly lit house. On the lights in the hallway, thereby exposing in radius a wistful picture of a young 18th century prince of the House of Brunswick-Lunenburg. Dead too soon, not even 20. He craves all the light I can give him. and that is much. On the lights. All the lights in the red drawing room. On the lights. All the lights in the green room. On the lights. All the lights in the blue room from where I am writing you now. Where the chandelier throws out about 10,000 facets of light. So the Stella told me. I have long since given up counting them, but their colours entrance while its welcoming heat warms me. What kind of mania is this that demands every light lit, every treasure burnished, everything bold, audacious, polished, warm, and to my utter ability, uttermost ability, welcome. Just this. It is Christmas Day. This very day, this day of days, to come but once and go. And Lord, ready, he take me from here and see how this to Christmas evolving from my vantage point, Massachusetts. I command all this light, first, to celebrate the advent of this day and its great meaning. And on this very day, over 2,000 years ago, the Prince of Heaven was born. A boon to mankind, our sustaining hope under the ages. And I know that welcome here, and always has been, though often I did not know or show it. And too, there must be light, an explosion of light to welcome me home. For I mean to go out and see for myself how this holy night is faring, and what my neighbours may be doing. Red hat, white fur, my lassie passeth there. This is my 63rd Christmas. The year when my many friends worldwide, of so many climes and countries, offer their advice freely before I venture out into the dark and cold. Bundle up, says Mark Anderson. Remember to cover your ears, proffers Dale Thompson. Don't stay out too long, offers David Mulbrill. Such words, each one on any other day, lay majesty, convey care and love, and make me smile. A man like me knows the warmth of such words and how to conjure them. They cheer the heart such as no fire can. Age hath its privileges. No one knows that better than I do. And I crave them as sure as air or sun, and get them too. And so I put on the foolish Santa hat I was given by a young friend who looked raffish. Who looked raffish when he wore it, whereas I just looked silly. But I know that wearing it out this night of all nights will safely mark me as harmless, eccentric, and who has imbibed too much grape. Erroneous conclusions, to be sure, but useful when a man leaves his cosy house at midnight, and warm bed, too, to venture out into the piercing cold of a Bay State Christmas in pursuit of. But you must come out of a snug world and along with me to see. Presents for me. In the lobby of my building where I am now, I think, the senior resident, or close to it, I see 2 boxes for me. These neat parcels, festooned by words like FedEx and UPS, and the numeric mysteries of their tracking systems, firmly established me as a card-carrying person of the middle classes and of means. Poor people shop at stores and carry home their packages, often on buses and late-running subways. Mine is sent by elevators and are given by delivery men. Exceptionally polite at this time of the year, who say things like, "Something else for you, Dr. Lant?" Somebody loves you. But I have no time for such packages now. I have a mission. Cold air, colder Puritan. The cold of midnight is piercing, but by no means the worst I have felt. The Internet Weather Report, the only place I go for weather intelligence anymore, says the wind chill factor is 10 degrees Fahrenheit. I feel superior to that, and further plunges too. I'm glad to take it and to know I can still take worse. More evidence of my evergreen condition, of increasing importance as I get older. The Cambridge Common, where by ancient law and privilege I could graze my cows, should I get some, is vacant tonight. But the statue of John Bridge continues its austere duty, scrutinizing the lives of Cantabrians, ensuring that we are as worthy as he. Well, that is impossible, but that we do not stray too far from his noble example. Bridge was Puritan, a man of God and God's affairs, and man needs, no doubt, God's satisfaction. His early career prospered in mid-17th century Cambridge. Such men, the very fibre of moral rectitude and self-assurance. My ancestors, too, for the nonce, made a point of destroying the old English Christmas of God resting merry gentlemen. Bridge would no doubt have disapproved the frivolity of my chapeau, and so I walked on, glad he was not coming to disdain my liberated Christmas. The artist's device. Burdened by winter, as I often am here, captive of the chill Atlantic and its perishing cold, I more often avoid the ice than consider it. Tonight I rectified this error and stopped to scrutinize over the beauty of ice. Frigid patterns that turned yesterday's puddles into night's etched allure. It's beautiful, the kind of sharp avant-garde pattern in the black and silver that stylish billionaire used to dazzle every penner's guest. Here this transient beauty goes unremarked by all but me. There is lively affair across the street, when 7 Flood Guards spurt police busily at work at the main gate of Harvard College. Just opened days ago from the thrall of the hapless revolutionaries who occupied Harvard. But not effectively or for very long. The police are out in force, a tow truck at the ready, a fellow human being in their arms. His Christmas and destiny to be paid out in hospital or jail cell. I look instead at the statue of Senator Charles Sumner, 1811 to 1874. A man of such austerity and respectability that when he escorted Mary Todd Lincoln there was no touch of scandal at all. Though he was reckoned the most handsome man at Harvard and in Civil War Washington. I often wonder whether the bird's rectitude made him happy. Certainly his statue does not show it. It was cold in life, and perhaps the coldness of this statue is its true aspect. I prefer to spend my Christmas night with another Harvard man, the Reverend Phillips Brooks, 1835 to 1839. He is memorialized in Harvard Yard, but not in copper and stone. His is a memorial of people, for the people who admired and loved him created in 1904 Phillips Brooks House Association, a student-run, community-based, non-profit public service organization whose mission is the true meaning of it, to give and give until it truly helps and makes a difference. Brooks took in tune by organist Lewis Redner and graced it in 1868 with the words we know as "O Little Town of Bethlehem," whose words are my prayer for all this day and every day. O Holy Child of Bethlehem, do send to us, we pray. O come to us, abide with us, our Lord Emmanuel.
The article sent me to the hospital. You know the last year at pneumonia. That was the last walkabout of Christmas that ever did. It might well have been the last one of the feet. I hate layers. Still just taking me there. Well, not this year. I'm not doing any walkabouts. I'm trying to do what? Rain McLean, Chris and I would like to speak to you. And to the 68 people with me in the class, we'd like to speak to you all. We're about ready to give them up which is for scholarship. And we'd like to speak to Raymond Klein. Raymond, you've been here 5 times, 4, whatever George had. I'm going to rectify that right now. $2,500 scholarship for you. Raymond, how about a response here? You see, folks, if you want to have better attention and better assistance, then you need to do your part. And then that means you, right now, you can help me right this minute, right minute. Open up. You're a little friendly. A little friendliness will go a long way around it. Chris, what do we want to say to people like Raymond who just come here, sits there, he doesn't understand how things work, he doesn't want to learn how to work, and then he gets off put out of shape because he's not making money.
Well, basically, if you want to help yourself, we will help you. But if you don't want to help yourself, well, hey, pass on by.
So wait, and nothing happens. Raymond, here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to boot you out of here. Putting you out of here with the hope you'll take a second or two this thing to come back, okay? You come back when you're ready to figure that out. And that is for him pretty much. So to give him the scholarship,
Let's wait until there's someone here to give it to.
What do you make of that? Walkabout.
Well, I think you were rather I don't know how to put it. Stupid, maybe? Going at that time of night?
Excuse me, I'm a commentator, journalist. I wanted to do what no one else has done before. Now you know what I know. I never did it before. You end up in the hospital. That's why.
Yeah, that's a fact. I mean, anything could have happened. You could have slipped on the ice. Someone could have. Santa Claus could have been something.
For example, I remember going to look at the ice. Usually I don't get down on the ground on my knees in my head like Narcissus looking to the ice. That wasn't my question. But on that night, it was the ice had the brilliant white of the ice and then the black mud. It was extremely fetching. It was like some interior designer's latest signature design. Of course, there was no one else except for the poor fellow who had been taken away with Malcolm Rock from the hospital. I had lots more notes. I did an article previously about hypothermia. Yes, I know. Life with Dr. Livingston, never ending source of excitement.
You wrote about hypothermia, so you thought you had to research it. Okay.
I did research it. I went out. You want to put in hypothermia, and you find it, and so you come up with it. By the way, no one else is writing articles like this. No one else is almost an article just like this in such a magazine. No one's in there. I don't know what people write about, but they certainly don't write about the stuff that I do. People out there just trying to write what is going on in the city and the state of the world. But that night, I can now tell the story for the first time ever. One of the people that I mentioned who was 7 degrees was in the midst of a terrible meltdown in his marriage. And that part of the evening I spent he was just so demoralized and didn't know what to do. And, I mean, I didn't mean to do a good deed. I definitely did not set out to do any good deeds. In fact, perfect nothing. Beware no good deed goes unpunished. Okay, now we have one who can't talk to us. We have Raymond who can't talk to us. And we have 69 people who could talk to us. So 69 people who do have a scholarship for $2,500, which will show you how to make money on the net, if that is your desire. Did you find hypothermia?
Ralph can't talk to us because he's fallen asleep watching the videos.
Very likely.
Yes, I have found it. Let's give this one a go. 4:15 a.m. 14.7 degrees Fahrenheit. Light snow falling. By Dr. Geoffrey Lant. I awoke this morning to find that Samuel Taylor Coleridge did in 1798. All had been overnight transformed. This great poet wrote Frost at Midnight. The frost formed a secret ministry, unhelped by any wind. The owlet's cry came loud, and heart again, loud as before. There was no owlet crying outside my, but I could hear the squirrels, who back for the heat in the rafters, made merry at the unseasonable hour. Obviously disapproval. I put out the window, or attempted to. The frost had rightly come, exhibiting its meticulous work. No longer glass alone, my windows are etched with a brilliant mosaic of pristine silvered white. More intricate its pattern than any lace made by expert Belgian hands. I was the sole denizen of a crystal box. The winter land wore hoarfrost, and I was its close observer, transfixed by such a stunning surprise, all mine. Thing of beauty alluring, sure of my attention and regard. The frost had indeed performed its secret ministry. I checked the temperature. 14.7 degrees Fahrenheit. Unseasonable, the kind of cold for which the word cold falls short. Inadequate to the task of accurate description of an event which affects all scrutinize or consider. How had my windows been turned into frost-etched image fit for the palace of a winter king? These are the true old masters. To begin at the beginning, what is frost? My dictionary says that frost is a deposit of minute ice crystals formed when water vapor condenses at a temperature below freezing. This steeped definition ill suits something as beautiful as the stunning surface before me. This joy-engendering gift of the cold cries out for better words, a clearer picture of its radiance. It is too early for such words to come from me, but they, like the rising temperature, will come. 5:10 a.m. But if the effect frost etched on my windows is poetry, the means by which this poem came to be is prose, and assaults my pocketbook and frugal me. The reason there is frost on my window is prosaic and alarming. It is because my house is losing heat, probably because the windows are single-glazed. This good contractor might assure me could be taken care of by making a frame that fits inside my window frame and then stretching plastic over it to double glaze my windows. The dead air space in between the layers will stop heat from leaking to the outside of my home and keep the heat in. Then the windows will not be so cold and the heat won't escape. This practical solution, beloved of the Yankee mind hereabout, saves money and ends any prospect of frost. Its beauty evocations and the delight and the marvel etched in ice for my delectation and happiness. I think I shall leave the windows single glazed, and so like to see the universe transformed. 5:20 a.m. This all-pervasive cold, helped to its ascendancy by the deep chill of the nearby Atlantic, winter-bound, turns all of us into friends and survivors. People who in temperate days make clear their disinclination to know you, much less even the most significant of your opinions on days like this, enlivened by frost, seek out any and all wintry travellers at your utter such insights as, "It's cold, isn't it? Wow, this is the coldest day yet. Cold enough for you?" These unadorned sentiments make us remember that we are all travelling together, and are glad from time to time to recall and reach out. We're better for doing so, though of course we do not want to make a habit of such welcomes. There is, after all, no telling where that might lead. 5:31 a.m. I have my shelter perch, snug despite the single blaze, and now without to see firsthand what frost has wrought, including those who uncomfortably watch its advent and quick possession from us. Nothing. Experience nature's all, often in seasons such as these, unto death itself, more silent than the frost. Hypothermia is the enemy here, and its presence is noted. It is primarily an urban problem. And here, country folk are too smart and seasoned to fall victim of this malady of negligence. It is a condition afflicting mostly men. Homeless, drug and alcohol addicted, mentally ill. Non-whites, over 65, victims ready-made, are 4 times as likely to succumb as whites. A statistic that comes alive as I enter Harvard Square and see those who choose to mark cross advent by turning down the kindly meant offers of shelter from Good Samaritans. The truth is, despite pressing invitations from the well-meaning, these people, mostly men, decline the bed and the appalling sight of so many like themselves. It is too real a reminder of where they started and where they have ended. 50 homeless people offered last night a bed and relative comforts. Only 2 accepted. But freedom comes at cost of Samaritans, or they could easily oversee the human flotsam within the shelter. Now they must check and check again throughout the night. So freedom for one becomes extra labor for others. As for rest, they choose freedom, to live and to die their own ways. But no mistake, such men, falling too soon and unprepared to sleep, prove what frost and cold can do. For they are killers, too ready, certain deadly, and always beautiful. It is time now for me to return home, cheered by the thought that I have this frosty day seen things of value and importance. I have seen things and learned what scurrying neighbors will today miss, as items too common to be regarded, much less truly seen. My wintry poets stand ready at my return. 'Tis Shakespeare from As You Like It. Blow, blow, thou winter wind, thou art not so unkind as man's ingratitude. Thy tooth is not so keen or low, thy breath be rude. Then Thomas Campion's Now Winter Nights Enlarged, 1617. Winter, a dirge, Robert Burns, 1781. Winter Heavens, George Meredith, 1888. Up is the night, but stars with frost arrive, leap off the rim of earth across the dome. Then always and forever, stopping by woods on a snowy evening, Robert Frost, 1923. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep. And miles to go before I sleep. And so do I. Ralph, you're back.
Ralph, holding a 2,000...
Oh, Ralph, are you on the order form?
are you placing an order? I think that's an incredibly good article. This is what I haven't heard for years. It's so new. It just has the grit.
Yes, and as you say, you always get those comments. Is it cold enough for you? Gosh, it's cold, isn't it? Yeah.
People who never speak to you 363 days in the year. Oh, it's the most silly commentary. I think the thing that strikes me is, when you listen to what I write, you can never be assured that it's going in the direction you think. For example, you don't expect the last line to be about hypothermia to be beautiful. But it is beautiful. It's so pure. And it's so, the coal is so simple. It's simply, it's effortless, it's clear, it's clarity. So you're not expecting to be, oh, it's beautiful. It's really a depth. But it is beautiful.
Well, I must remember to put on an extra pair of socks when I go out. I don't use scarves or earmuffs.
Yes, well, earmuffs will be our next article with you for sure. It's going to sound kind of strange, but why not? Thank you. If you don't mind, I'm looking. Okay, Ralph, let me tell you what AUTOPILOT is. I'm Dr. Lant, CEO and co-founder, chairman of the scholarship committee. If you don't mind, I'm going to ask that you follow the directions that we use. Is that right? Is that all right with you? Because that's the only way you're going to get the scholarship. Are you hearing? Here are the instructions. I want you to get on the green box and watch the video as you watch it carefully. When you're finished, you let us know. We're going to tell you what's in the scholarship package. And at that point, we're going to ask if you want to succeed in the next and you want to join us. In other words, it's a procedure that will ensure that you get to see everything you need to see in order to need to know and join us so you can begin. All right? Watch it. Alright, and what we're going to do is Christopher's going to read you the first half of the offer that is in this scholarship. I'm going to read you the second half. I'm going to ask you if you're going to join us. Well, this is good.
Yeah. Okay, well, if you say you watched our silver member presentation video, great. And you already know the awesome offer we've got for you if you order in the next 10 minutes. Get the $1,500 bonus offer made in the video. Plus, you can e-blast any website or offer to 90,000 of our subscribers every month. You get over 500 landing pages and over 1,500 real traffic sources. So our monitors will stop closing sales without ever charging you anything. Finally, your commission earnings are from 20 to 100%. Important, place your order within 5 minutes, and we'll place 50 members under you immediately. These hot leads are free members just like you. When you upgrade to our silver membership, you get these 50 people placed directly under you. Sign them up into your program, or if they upgrade here, you get the commission. Click on the red Order Now button to get started placing your order now. No contract, no obligation. And all services backed by Worldprofit's ironclad guarantee of support and service. Still more, if you upgrade to a silver membership now, you also get over 500 landing pages, over 1,500 real traffic sources, sales closing 24 hours a day, over 100 training lessons, with members placed under now, email blast to 90,000 per month, over 100 100,000 ad credits. 3 Facebook marketing courses on how to generate thousands of leads using Facebook marketing tactics. Remember, you can use these resources to generate leads and traffic for any business. Upgrade to Silver membership now and you can be on your way to earning consistent income now. Your package includes traffic, leads, trusted advertising sources, a comprehensive online training program, plus sales closing assistance 24 hours a day. No other company offers you this. Worldprofit's ironclad backing is based on our 20 years of business. Upgrade to Silver membership now to receive the bonus offer with other privileges and exclusive freebies. Now, Dr. Lant.
We chime in with Ralph here. Ralph, that's the first half of the scholarship offer. The second half is as follows. Instead of getting 50 customers, I'm going to give you 100 of my personal list. My personal list is developed for Debutants. I'm going to transfer 100 customers to you, and I'm also going to send an email to all those customers and tell them that you are the sponsor. In addition, I'm going to give you a free copy of my book, Net Profits. And let me tell you something about this book. I don't mince any words. Right down to the nitty-gritty of it. For me, there's nothing, if you're going to be in business, the most important thing is profit. I tell you exactly what it is. It sells for $29.95 at Amazon.com. In addition, I'm going to give you 2 months service for the price of one. The second month will be free to us. When you get all this, you order in the next 7 minutes. If you don't order now, well, then simply do not make the offer again. We have 3 per month. We have a finite number of scholarships. Well, you accept our scholarship and join our community here by putting on the white and red boxes. We're standing by now to receive you in what do you pull up? Minutes, and now we will be 47 minutes past the hour. Joshua will speak to you. So it's kind of like, the analogy here is that a lot of people are like in the hypothermia zone, whether they get. And I'm looking at them saying, excuse me, you might not want to be dead. Would you like to come in a little warm? No, I don't want to come in warm. I want to be all up or something. It just doesn't make any sense. Ralph, what do you intend to do? Ralph, if you're going to turn down our offer, just say so now so we don't have to sit here and wait. We'll then remove you from the site and we'll go on to give Joshua your scholarship. I'm very completely unsentimental about this. If you don't want it, you don't understand how important it is, and you don't speak to us, please go on anyway. If you are ready to take advantage of it, then please say so. Joshua, this is Dr. Lant with Chris Linus. Joshua, you need to click on the green box and watch the video. And Ralph has got 5 minutes. Ralph and Joshua, you really must respond. Boy, sitting up there and being stupid is not the solution to your problems. Okay, Ralph, I want you to be very clear that you will never get the offer again. We hope that you don't come back to us. You've chosen a course of action we do not approve, and it's not going to make you any money. And you've done it against expert opinion, which is what we are, and so I can't help you now. You made a stupid mistake. Christopher, do you want to speak to Ralph? Because, you know, he's slitting his own throat here. Well, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. Gone off on his own little journey into the free world where he can make millions and millions of dollars for nothing.
Or he'd be shot to death by some wave. Joshua, we need to
Joshua, you need to watch the video, so click the green watch video button. You can't do anything for you until you watch the video.
Simon, Jordan, please respond. I was going to. Look, lovely. It's about sex. Sex and sex.
Oh, I got a vague memory of that.
I wish you wrote it this morning. Oh, you had the real thing.
Talk about it.
Everything else appearing, the baby boomers change the rules.
We changed everything.
You can also Excel see it. And you can see, particularly with my job in Washington, was class of 61, plus class of 60, 69. So in those 8 years, it went from what he's talking about to, shall we say, violent manifestations of man and nature. We'll leave it at that for a moment. Anyway, there's your... Oh, and the music for this portion is very... So anyway, they deliver the lecture to the boys in the yard. No girls need attend. And then they go a few blocks out, 3 or 4 blocks out, where they deliver the... it isn't the same lecture exactly. It's the girls' version of the same lecture, which may be the same subject, even the same comments, but not the same. Watered down for the girls. And they can't give them... And the thing is, this is the puzzle. They've got to give them some access so that they each know what's available. But they can't give them too much because then they'll have a problem. So it's this constant calibration. People looking at it and saying, don't touch, no, not that, like that. That goes on constantly. And our lives were being constantly commented upon. We were constantly being asked to don't do that, and don't do that, and don't go there, and then come on in and sit down and have tea with Susie. I mean, the whole thing was laced with explosive potential. Absolutely laced. Of course, Sandra Dee personified it exactly. Did you ever see William Douglas Hume, Sir Alec Douglas Hume's brother, was a playwright. He wrote many bad plays. But because he was who he was, they were produced. And one of them was called The Debutants. It featured Sandra Dee. Her father was Rose Harrison was a member of the House of Lords, and she brought up with a mother, and there was a divorce with her. She comes to England to meet her father, to find Mr. Wright. And of course, all Sandra Dee does is float through and say, hello, Chris. Good to see Chris. Looking so good. And she floats away. And you're going like, excuse me, is this actually happening? And then you've got Kay Kendall, who I actually work for. Like, she died so early with cancer. But look at this. So this is what the story was. You're always being positioned. And people are always popping up to look at you. Grandmothers, mothers, aunts, cousins, but it doesn't. What are you doing? Don't. I'm telling you. There's always the I'm telling you factor.
so
great. Who did it?
he was a
Twerp.
sugar sweet.
She was a twerp. I mean, oh, it's sad, but you know what? For example, when she played in Summer Place, all she did was stand there and look alluring. She never actually said anything that was memorable. You know, and then there were the Hawaiian ones, the Hawaiian films. Gidget. Didn't she play Gidget? Am I wrong? I think she played Gidget. Oh, well, you see, that's because she didn't strike you as somebody like Sam. Sam D was a perfection. The problem was I knew about 50 Sandra D's. I went to school with them, I lived with them, they were related to me, they lived on the block. And they all looked, they all had their cousins, they all had their sweaters off their shoulder, and their tennis racket, and their tennis rackets. Let me play tennis like the club with Tony. Tony? Tell Tony Bourdain, you can't see him. Don't ever see him again. But no. Constantly being told who you could see and who you couldn't see and in what circumstances. Call it oppressive understates the case. Anyway, I'm writing about that now.
Yes, it was Gidget. And it was a summer place, imitation of life, come September.
The guy knows that was an invitation. No question that was an invitation because that wasn't real life. Let's bring Patrice up for her parting words of the day, and let's bring you up for a conclusion. Patrice, you ready to come up and say a few words? You want to do your Sandra D invitation?
Yeah, look at alluring and throw your head to one side, just like that.
You have to look up. You go, oh.
And good day, Dr. Lant. And it's a cold day today with the. That was a very good article on, especially the one on the hypothermia, which the beauty of the cold. That the
it's a beautiful article. I mean,
yes, it is.
There's absolutely there is a beauty to weather, to that kind of cold, which is undeniable. It's gorgeous. It's a killer.
That's right. And the power of nature is very imminent around us here, and I'm looking forward to reading the next part of your book here. I got a copy again, and I'm just put up, if anybody wants to catch the replay of that, it'll be on our new Worldprofit tube at www.worldprofit.com and worldprofittube.com, and it'll also be on the YouTube channels Patrice Porter or Pat Porter. And if anyone wants to look at my example of my Home Business Central, it's at www.20waystoprofit.com, or I help people to create abundance by gardening at www.20waystogardeningforfoodsecurity.com. With that, I'll get those links up, and I'll see you on the next Anything Goes tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. Bye for now.
Please, thanks for all you do for us. I'll have a few left notes on Chris. No sound to me. Turn the sound on. No sound. Does anybody hear Chris? Oh, they can't hear each other either. So. And hopefully we'll look for another minute to come back up before we end this program today. We do meet every day at 1 p.m. Eastern Time here on the Anything Goes program. Here he is back again. Does he have sound? Good question.
I don't know. We do have sound.
He's got sound. Interesting. We have sound.
Well, as I was saying, I don't think I should have done my coil up because I think I cricked my neck.
Well, then we'll have to do it the Saturday way. You'll be carried by newbie slaves.
Yes, she must have had a very flexible neck.
Flexible neck? She must have had a flexible... Every one of us was flexible. No one is that goody-goody. No one. Although I have to say, there were girls in the schools that I went to who specialized in being so good. And to my complete consternation and horror, I was always designated as the good boy. I was the one that they could go out with on a date. And I gotta tell you this before we go down. This dates me, but it's a funny story. I was chosen to be the escort, a debutante escort in Beverly Hills when I was 17 or 18. It was my mother's idea, a way to earn extra money. So somehow there was a girl named Lucinda who was very good looking and from Texas, and she needed cover for her nefarious activities, and I provided it. I was the good boy, and her father liked me. Of course, whenever it came to any of the mundane things, whoop, she was gone in her sports car so fast, and she would say, "No, Jeffrey, you cover for me." You know, there was the schlepper covering for the debutante girl who wanted to escape. Can you believe it? I am a living, breathing icon of a past era of debutantes. Did you ever go to Deb Ball, Mr. Chris?
No, if I could
have to see you as a debutante escort. I went to many. You didn't go. You didn't go because it was political. See, I knew it. It was politics.
I didn't believe in playing good for anyone.
No, brother. I needed the money. I couldn't have afforded this high and mighty point of view. I needed the money. To think that Lucinda would now be approaching 70 really makes me kind of I mean, it's not the fact that I'm approaching 70 that bothers me. It's the fact that all these people that I know who are young and beautiful, and I will say, go back, stop. I feel sort of, what do I say, paternal about them, that they shouldn't go there. I don't want to see these people that I knew when I was 17 years old. I don't care if they see me. I can deal with that, but I can't deal with them.
No, that's a fact.
Does anybody ever listen to this program?
I get invited to school reunions, and I can never make it. I'm always got something to do because I didn't like them then, so I doubt if I'd like them now. Okay,
you're forcing me to tell this last story, and then truly we're going to end. One of the few of the many reunions I went to was my kindergarten class. They had a 25th reunion. So this is a long time ago when I was 30. I flew out to Illinois, and they held it in the place that used to be the town where the town drunks would go. Eddie's Tavern, right next to the tracks. It's now an upscale restaurant with geraniums in the window. It was really nauseous. Because I get up and I give a speech. Because of course I was the class leader. I mean, what else? And I said, when we were in kindergarten down the road, if you couldn't go into Eddie's Tavern. To get my grandfather, we had to go to the door and say, "Great! Grammy wants you home!" It was like something out of Tennessee Williams. And they'd have a few more quick pops before they got home. What happened was interesting. The husbands and wives came and they were glued to each other. They wouldn't separate. And I said, "Look, people, we're not going to break up your menage. You're not going to sit with your husband or wife tonight." And I moved. Oh, they were angry with me. I said, "You sit over there, and you sit over there, and you sit over there." They were so scared that I don't know what they thought was going to happen. We were going to have this amazing sexual attraction, but I refused to let them sit next to each other. And boy, I got such a lot of dirty work. Excuse me, for one friggin' night, for 4 friggin' hours, you can avoid each other. You better on each other. couldn't believe it. Look at me, I'm Sandra. That was the Sandra DR. Definitely. That was summer place. That time period. And that's a scary thought. Well, anyway, we're going to end up today. We're just going to continue as we always do. This is with Dr. Lant here with Chris Minnis down in Cornwall for East Porter up in Saskatchewan. We are ready to give away to the 50-something, 50-nothing. We're at 96 people are in here. We have a scholarship for each one of you. Come on and ask us how you get it. Fill out the form for every one, and we will give it to you immediately. Thanks for Chris. Thanks for Chris. Thanks for everybody. And thank you, Sandra D., because God knows I knew you well. Look at me, I'm Sandra D. Problem is, I probably am Sandra D. By the way, there were boys who were Sandra D too. They were just so incredibly, and they were always belonged to D. Molay. What the hell did D. Molay with him?